Hello, buddy. Chuckling to 1000 reporting for duty. Welcome back to an episode of Kirby in the Forgotten Land plus Star-Crossed World. In the last episode, we got started in the isolated isles Forgo Dreams, getting Leon's soul here in the Forgo Plains. This episode, we are moving on to Forgo Bay. Now, I know it's actually going to be a little bit of a tangent to me saying this because obviously I say this in the past several episodes at this point now where I have been meaning to try and focus on doing my recordings and I just keep not doing it. I was planning on doing it Wednesday last week, but I didn't because my iPad was actually down at 1% battery life and I had to charge it up, and by the time we got to max battery power, there was no minutes left for me to actually do at least one episode before my parents came back from their church. And yeah, I like doing my recordings when I'm home alone, so that way there's no distractions halfway through. So basically, you can see what I'm going to have to do here. It's just navigate previously explored areas in the overworld of like Everbay Coast, natural plains, etc. Grabbing pieces of Leon's soul as you pass by. And some of them are just basically sat out in the open. But remember, like I said earlier on, in the previous stage, until you see the text box that says you collected every piece of Leon's soul, you can't leave this area just yet. Because otherwise you have to play through the stage over again. Right, there's one attack of Wild Edge but basically we never really got to see it because he doesn't actually do it in the main game. He does it specifically in Forgo Dreams. So certain enemies have a different attack pattern that is not originally in the overworld, like main story, sorry. But you get the gist. So it's just a basic case of, if you're used to how the enemies fight in the main stages of Natural Plains, Everbay Coast, Winter Horns, and so on, don't think they're going to do those exact same animations, say attacking formations in this stage. Because the Forgo Dreams versions of the stage we beat, they are completely and utterly different. Right, let's get rid of the Blue Meister. We get rid of this Bernard. Because we need to use the Ranger ability to hit these Ranger switches. Right, a piece of Leon's soul hidden here. Just drop down and pick that up. There we go, another piece of Leon's soul in that wooden crate over there. And another Ranger switch. Oh, that gives us a rare stone. Okay, I'll take that. In fact, to be honest, I probably should have known because I've played this game like 16 times, but I can never remember anything. Oh. There we are. Right, that's another piece. So, basically, while I'm actually focusing on doing this, obviously, I'm not really wanting to be one to talk about this personally because it's the same thing I've been talking about on past several occasions with my disability football team of certain players being, you know, spiteful, immature people it is to the point of like, why am I actually bothering to try and cope with these people if they just do not show any appreciation and respect about the things I do for everybody in the team that I'm involved with? Because yesterday, I obviously was not expecting a good day because, let's be honest, I never really expect a good day nowadays because I never get it. But I wanted everybody to get ready for a warm-up drill. Nothing wrong with that. It's just when you're playing football or soccer, in case you Americans are watching, you need to warm up the very moments before you start getting into the routine of kicking a ball around and doing a lot of running and that kind of stuff. And there's this one player who I cannot stand for my life. He is by far the most immature person ever for somebody who's aged 19. Where I was getting the players ready to do a warm-up, and one of my colleagues actually asked him, is he going to take part in the warm-up? And that player said no, got asked why, and he said that the reason why he was not taking part in the warm-up drill was because he believed I was the one who was running the warm-up drill. So that was immediately a case of disrespect, because it's like, I'm not doing anything so long as he is there. That's basically the impression I got by the way how he spoke about me behind my back. And yes, it was behind my back because I had my back turned to him and I heard every word he said. And then when I'm like later on in the session, I am reffing a game, but I am not saying anything because obviously no matter what I say, I always have to deal with somebody being a complete and utter douche like him. And 2 times he called out for a person handballing the ball, which it wasn't a handball, but even if it was, I didn't see it happen anyway, because there was too many people in the way for me to even see. And then when his team had a player on his team get fouled, he called out free kick immediately, expecting a decision to be called out the very, very second that the foul was committed. And his comment saying, does the ref have no effing eyes? And that immediately twisted my arm to the point that I was about to snap, because I was the one reffing the game and he was giving the impression that I am too blind to even see a foul when I was. But originally I was being biased towards him because it's like, yeah, I do not want to give any credit to this player because of how much of an asshole he is to me. And it is basically getting to the point where it's like, either he leaves the team as to a point where he gets permanently banned, or I leave the team because I can't put up with people being attitudey and disrespectful to me every single time, because it's not fair on me. Because from my past history to the present day right now, it's getting to the point now where I am carrying way too much heavy baggage in depression, anxiety, and stress because the way how these players keep treating me. And this actually will sound like an over-exaggeration, because I would literally say this up front. If I was to weigh the heavy baggage that I have to carry about my stress and anxiety, I would say it would weigh approximately around 500 kilograms, because that's how much depression I've been carrying my entire life. And I just want that depression to stop. So, yeah, it's getting to the point now where I'm basically considering my life choices and thinking like, is this getting to the point now where it's actually better for me to no longer be a part of the team and just focus on doing something else in my life? Even though I can't find anything else in my life that's going to benefit me personally due to the fact of just too much anger and depression I've been putting up with in my entire life since I was 7. Right, anyway, we're in the final part of this level now. So this bit is going to be one of those, if you miss everything, you get a blue warp star icon to reset everything to get everything all over again. So just... those blinking enemies. At least I get another hammer. Yeah, the enemies that shoot a projectile front, on, and to the side. I hate those enemies because they should not be able to knock away an ability from you, but yet somehow they do. Right, okay, so we're going to need the stairs here to get the ring mouth ability. Because there are windmill switches you can see over there that we need to interact with to get all the pieces of Leon's soul. So first and foremost, this one's going to be easy to hit. There's the first piece. Balloon Meister, get rid of that. Another one. Now this windmill is going to make sure to hit on the current. You can fight the current to slow yourself down a little bit, but it does not slow you down enough to stop it from being blown full stop. Right, there's the third one. That leads us straight to where the fourth one is. And I think that's the last one we need to interact with. I could be wrong on that. Oh, no, never mind. There's one over here. Just going to camp over here. Let the star coins swim into me. Right, we got the sword fighter here. Right, this should be the last pieces. Oh no. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah, this one gets me every time. Because you think, oh, I missed one on the wind current stage. Actually, no. They are really crafty with this. They hide an enemy containing Leon's soul in that spot, and you jump over him to the point where it's like the camera does not focus on his location long enough to tell you that he's even there. Yeah, that's a very craftily hidden one, that is. Right, now we're on to the boss fight. We got the option of any ability you picked up along the way, even though I chose sword. We got drill and we got bomb, but I'm keeping sword. As we fight Tropic Woods once again. Illusionary Fronds. Phantom Tropic Woods. He's going to start off by shooting Gordos at you instead of the usual exploding coconuts. And then the gust of wind. Oh yeah, I got hit by that one. There we go. Then I think later on he's going. I think in that one he's going to do a wind sweep. So like he's going to blow from whichever direction, left to right or right to left, vice versa. Now he's going to send this maze of fence panels. And you've got to watch out for the Gordos dropping down on you as you go along with it. Then the tree trunks will come out. There's the gust of wind again. But that one's actually going to be a really big gust of wind, not the swipe from left to right attack. Because that wind swipe, I think, takes you to the very, very end of the map of the boss fight. So you just got to be aware of that. Basically, it's just paying attention to how the bosses fight, because yes, they are exactly the same, but with a different pattern and a different mechanic. Like, the original Tropic Wars just dropped exploding coconuts. This one dropped Gordos. So it's just paying attention to each individual enemy as you go along. Now we're going to deal with Forgo Park. Just going to press A to skip that. Okay, next stage we go. Oh, my dad's back. Alright. We will start this stage in the next episode, guys. See you guys then.